Kelsey Zerker. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're back. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below. I do my absolute best to put out videos when I can. It's not always that often. Those of you who have subscribed to my channel know that it has been a while since I have put out a video, and I can explain why. I got engaged back in March, and my fiance and I had been... Okay, please excuse my lighting. My light just totally went off. It got too hot. This is the lighting that I'm working with. I know it's bad. Okay, anyway, got engaged. My fiance and I had been long distance. He lived in New York, I lived in Pennsylvania. I was tired of being long distance. He was tired of being long distance. So in April, I moved up to New York, and it has been, I've been trying to get settled into my own apartment, found my apartment, found a job. I'm working full time, and just trying to get settled. I finally feel like I have the time, somewhat, to put out a video because now the wedding plan is starting. We're 5.5 months away. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to start putting out some wedding videos, some advice for you guys that I have found along the planning process, and hopefully this will help you guys in the future. If you yourself are getting married, or you've got daughters getting married, sons getting married, so you're gaining a daughter-in-law, whatever, these tips are good for wherever you are in your point of life. So without further ado, we're going to jump right in, and today we are going to be talking about colors and how to choose them. So my first tip that I want to give you is be true to yourself, okay? Don't pick a color scheme because it's on trend. Don't pick a color scheme because somebody told you to. Pick a color scheme that's true to you, because then when people come to your wedding, they're going to see your colors and they're going to go, oh my goodness, that is so Kelsey, or that is so whoever you are, okay? So number one, pick your favorite color and make it your main color, okay? When you're doing your color scheme for your wedding, you should have a main color. You should have a secondary color. It's throughout the color scheme, but it's not quite as main, or you can have both of those colors be main colors. It kind of depends on the person and how much of that second color they want to be in the actual setup and decorations and such. Then choose your neutral. This is usually the guy's suits. And then choose your metallic accent, or your accent. You don't have to make it metallic. Mine happens to be rose gold, so it is metallic. But it pretty much only shows up at the reception. I think right now I have it in the table numbers. So anyway, my favorite color is purple. So this like plum, this cami thing that I have on, this plum, is my favorite color. So that's my main, and then lavender is my secondary. Then gray originally was the neutral, but because of the price of the tuxes, we switched to black. And then rose gold is the metallic accent. So so funny story. Also, so after you choose your main colors, you want to think about your season, okay? And so Ben and I are getting married in March in Pennsylvania, so it's kind of still winter, but kind of almost spring. We're kind of right in the middle. And so originally I've always wanted plum and lavender, or lilac, they're pretty much the same, but at my wedding. And so I was sitting there thinking, okay, well, now that we're not getting married in the spring or the summer, then I should change my color palette. So I changed it to plum and blush. And I held with that for about 2 to 3 months of our engagement. We've been engaged for about 7 months now. And I was trying to make the color scheme work. There's not a lot of plum and blush color schemes out there. And most of the time when you look up plum and blush, you're actually looking at burgundy and blush. And I wasn't liking that. So then I was trying to add plum, burgundy, and blush. And it just felt like I was trying to cram a bunch of colors into my wedding. And I didn't want it to be overly packed with color, if you know what I mean. There's a good amount of color, and then there's just like, there is color everywhere, and they don't really match. And I didn't want that to happen. So I went back to my original color scheme of plum and lavender. And when I made that change, it was just like a lift. I wasn't as stressed out about the colors because, first of all, it was me. Purple, all shades of purple are me. And if you know me, I was known as the purple lady at my church down in Pennsylvania. So it's me. And I just loved making that change back. So pick the colors that you want and then worry about the season that you're getting married in. So with us getting married in March, plum is going to be one of the main colors. My bridesmaids are in plum, and we're going with those more of those darker tones of the purple as opposed to lighter. Like if we were getting married in the spring or the summer, I would have put my girls in lavender dresses and played more on the lavender because it's a lighter color. It fits spring and summer a little bit more. But what I've noticed in looking at Pinterest is most color schemes you can make work for any season. Okay? It will work. So pick your color scheme first, then worry about it. Also, some people will tell you to worry about your venue when you're picking your color scheme. Ben and I are not doing that. Partly because where we're getting married, they're waiving the fee. But, so it's kind of like, well, why would we get married anywhere else? But the backdrop behind the altar of the chapel we're getting married at is floor-to-ceiling paneling, and it starts white and it ombres down to yellow and then to blue. That does not match our color scheme. So what we're doing is we're making this PVC pipe curtain drapery to cover up about most of the blue at the bottom. There's going to probably be some of the lighter blue at the top, but blue is a complementary color to purple. So it's not going to be super horrible, that blue is coming through. So I wouldn't worry too much about your venue. If it matches, great. If not, there are ways around it. You might be able to cover it up like what we're doing, or you might just decide not to worry about it. If your guests are sitting here going, oh my gosh, how in the world is this even happening? Like, she picked this color scheme with this venue. If they care that much, they care too much. Okay? So don't stress about it because it's just gonna make you go crazy. All right. So that's how I would choose your wedding colors. I'm gonna be putting out some new or some wedding videos in the future, as well as hopefully some curly videos, and keep you guys updated on that because I do have a lot of tips for weddings, and we are doing a lower budget wedding, but it's still going to be really, really nice. We're doing our top end max budget is $10,000. Okay. So it could be very difficult to do that if you're not getting the free venue. We are getting the free venue. Our reception-based venues, my parents' church in Pennsylvania, and so we're getting a deal. So that is helping, but there are ways to cut costs in wedding, and I'm going to be helping you guys with that as well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. I'm going to try to put out a video as often as possible. I Cannot promise anything of how often that will be, but I appreciate your support when I am able to get a video out. Hopefully my lighting will cooperate next time. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye!